stream's dedicated to our cucumber bro, Anthony.
Who better be back.
Who better come back.
We better see you back. Better see you back, back.
He's got an hour to hang out with us. You know what we should do tomorrow before I have to go to parents' house? Unless Nathan comes over, is have you record an ASMR video.
Oh God.
I think it would be really fun.
Well, it is sisters ASMR, not just Taisho.
Exactly. I need to get you more on the channel. And I like the whole Sleepy Sisters Insanity ASMR. Sleepy Sisters Insanity ASMR. I've been telling everyone at work, like, yo, I got an ASMR microphone. Anthony!
Yay!
I hope that's your one viewer.
It better be.
You're waiting for Anthony. I just pulled up freaking my tab and it goes straight to Jackbox. It looks like Ellie or Steffi was the last one to play it.
Probably.
It says Ellie on it.
Yeah, that's definitely her then.
There we go. I want to try it. Yay, dedicated to me, but I don't even know the code. Well, the room code is LQRL. Pixel!
Pixel!
Love you, Pixel. yeah.
We're just missing a Connor bean.
I know, I missed Connorito. Excellent. Hey, love you guys too. Sorry, Google wouldn't change my name back, but I'm here.
So there's this, I'm scrolling through YouTube, putting stuff in my watch later, waiting for this to load, and it says Lessons of Dharma. Okay, Dharma is Dharma Worldwide, which is a record label that's like EDM, like Kashmir, that I've mentioned before. He's like one of my favorites. But when I was scrolling past it, I didn't see Dharma. I said lessons. I saw in my brain Lessons of Diarrhea. Help my brain.
Did you make it in, Anthony? Yeah, he did. Anal candle. I swear you were already in our... What's up, Anthony? You're in our Discord twice. We already have a GYQZ that has YouTube mods and subscribers.
Wow.
Oh well, let's do it all over again. There's True Anthony's. Ooh, creepy. And is he moderator on?
I don't know.
He should be. Just gonna check that out fast and we'll start the game. Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's do it.
Welcome to Trivia Night, a labyrinth of despair and madness, but in a down-to-earth, just us girls kind of way, you know? I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see... You don't have time for rules. You're in a hurry to die. Let's go.
You're in a hurry to die. Let's go.
All right. First question. The Masonic symbol consists of a compass and a what? Use your device to answer the question. And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, let's play a game. Welcome to the killing floor. I'm going to ask you a question. Answer very carefully. Who's the best comic book character? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the answer that you hate the most. Whoever wrote the answer with the most votes dies. Pick the answer that makes you go, no sir, no. I will have none of that. The votes are in. The votes are in and nobody likes you. And you're dead. But don't worry, ghosts love trivia party games, so you're still in this. You haven't lost or anything. It's about to get incorporeal up in here. Here's everybody's score so far. Are scores important? If you crave external validation, then yeah. Let's try another one. For once, your 90s nostalgia can actually help you in life. Who was not a character in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
I hate Power Rangers.
Who picked this?
And yet I got it right.
Too easy. How about this? What is a Moscow Mule traditionally served in? Who picked this one? The rest of you, I have a surprise for you. Hello, guten Tag. Welcome back to the killing floor. I want to see your artistic side. I want to see some masterpieces from you piggies.
Come on,
A nice way to die.
Pixel and Anthony.
Draw
Come
this thing the best you can and press send when you're
Die.
finished.
Sprout. Dave at work calls me Sprout sometimes, so I just go, Sprout. Anthony, I have a face only you could love. I have a face.
Your art will be lost forever. Hit send.
Only you can love.
Art is better than no art. You will pay for this. Only one of you left, huh? Well, get out of here, you scamp. Just to prove this isn't a fever dream, here are the scores again. I've got more questions for you. Who wrote Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead?
That moment when you smack your sister's ass so hard she's like, eee!
Yeah, pretty much. That wasn't even the first end.
And the correct answer is this. Very good. Alright, next question. The Appian Way cuts through which country? said this one. The rest of you who are still alive, let's go someplace fun. Fight. You can attack someone else. You can defend yourself. Or you could grab some money.
I think,
And if no one gets hurt, I'll still punish someone. So make sure someone gets hurt. Make me proud out there. Just like you to throw up your emotional shield. And your literal shield. But since no one attacked you, it's time for your punishment. You can check out a full breakdown of my tiebreaker rules over on my website. Also my charcoal sketches. They're, pretty terrifying. Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means. Well, look who's still alive. Now you just have to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Godzilla opponents. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers. You move forward 1 space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Decisions. Hosts of The View.
hello everyone.
Time is almost up. Shadows.
Anthony, did you
Countries that
stop
border China.
answering questions? Hey, look, it's a Russia question.
Okay, an easy one. Shadows are coming. Novels written by women.
I have no idea, just the same.
Here's another one. Ernest Films. Anytime today, kiddo. Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters. I'm going to have to punish my writers. comes the next question.
Sorry.
Yoga poses. This is so exciting! Star Trek film titles.
Cat toy now. I thought that was fire.
That wasn't an hour, Anthony.
I feel legit.
Okay. Sleep well, brother. Love you, Anthony.
See you later, Anthony. Love you. Don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger. Be a cucumber.
A sea cucumber.
Hello, gamer. Nikita. You have to hit everyone as in Pixel. Pixel, you have to start the game. You're VIP. It's all good, huh?
Wake up! Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a slow descent into permanent madness. But it's also okay, I can pick up social cues. I'll shut up. Let's start the game. Here's the first question. Don't worry, this question won't ask you where Slovenia is located. Where is Yemen? Time's running out. And the correct answer is... who got it right? The rest of you, let's go someplace fun. Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to play Chalices. I've given all the safe players a bit of poison to use. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in. Now it's your turn to play. Pick a chalice to drink from. Here's a hint. Only one of these is the cup of a carpenter. His name was Kevin, and he had a really weird taste in chalices. Mmm, tasty. Now let's see what everyone drank. This is going to poison me more than it poisons you. Huh, not really. Your poison cup runneth over. Let's take a look at the scores. Now, don't get upset if you're in last place. Just do your best and know that you are special. But also, I will kill you, so do better. Let's try this again. The dish mahi mahi is also known as what? Of you who are still alive, I have a surprise for you. Welcome back to the killing floor. Let's play the finger cutting game. It's all pretty much there in the title, honestly. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. It's the opposite of difficult. Go for it. Wow, these are gonna make a great necklace.
Yes, you are.
Here's how all the scores are looking. Here's another one. In case you didn't hate me enough, what Frozen song does only Anna sing? And the correct answer is this. Everyone is wrong. Let's play a game. Aw, hell, son. It's math time. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. Whoever does the worst dies. Let's get this math party started. I love watching brains throb. You know how numbers work, right? Well, time's running out.
Yeah, my niece is gonna kill me.
You failed at math, so now you're subtracted. Whittled down to 1 already? Crap, this was faster than I expected. Okay, don't freak out. You can do this. You just have to stall a bit. Alright then. If you can survive the next 2 questions, I think the final round should finally be ready to go. It's worth the wait. Trust me. Next question. Which lyric is not from Rebecca Black's hit, Friday? Time's running out. Who said? This one? Only a ghost got it wrong. Lame. Alright, next question. About how big is Mars? Time's running out. Who picked this? You're in for a treat. What a mess. There's blood all over this art. Actually, I think it looks better this way. Memorize the pattern of blood. Okay, you've had long enough. I've got the worst memory ever. I've buried so many bodies in this basement, and I could not begin to tell you where they are. I mean, I used to mark each spot with like a popsicle stick or a little flag. Then I got on this cleaning habit, and I swept everything up. But then I was like, darn it! All that stuff was there for a reason. Ugh. Anyway. Reproduce the pattern on your device by tapping on all the spaces that were red. Then press submit when you're done. If your pattern is different than mine, I will kill you. Here's that art again. Now it's time to show your work. Oh, you got it wrong. That is just too bad.
Terrible tragedy. I wouldn't go snooping around that old abandoned high school if I were you. Rumor has it some awful things happened there. A horror-themed trivia game show.
Welcome to TKO. I am the Tournament Master, or as my friends know me, Tornmo. I hope you all enjoyed the boat trip to T-Shirt Island. If you're going to be seasick, do try to aim away from the crystal blue waters of my island home. Your journey to victory begins here, at the training grounds. You will use your device to draw 3 drawings. Draw whatever your heart desires, like literally anything, it doesn't matter. But if you need an idea, hit the suggestion button. Get your drawing fingers wiggling, it's time to draw. Time is about to expire. You may want to finish up. Excellent. This time, show me something different. Remember to use the suggestion button if you need an idea. On to drawing number 2. One drawing to go. Let your freak flag fly, man. Begin. Only seconds remain. Challenge complete. For your last exercise, you will write as many slogans or phrases as you can. These have nothing to do with your drawing, so just put those out of your mind. And there's no shame in hitting the suggestion button if you need it. Go! I'm looking for like 3 or 4 from each of you. Does that seem doable? Just give it a shot. That timer's not for decoration. Finish quickly. Yeah, you really dug deep that time. Training complete. Now take a look at your device. The fates have blessed you with a series of pictures and slogans. Select one of each to create your t-shirt champion. I don't want to pressure you, but a lot is riding on this. Perfect. Brace yourselves. Let the tournament begin. Gauntlet 1 versus fight. And by fight, I mean enter your votes on your devices. Versus attack. A new challenger appears. Engage in an altercation. A new challenger appears. I want you to fight. Winners! This feels like a good time for a training break. Use your devices to enter one new drawing and as many new slogans as you wish. Make them count. Go! time is about to expire. You may want to finish up. And right. That time is not for decoration. Finish quickly. The second gauntlet awaits, and the slimy tentacles of destiny have shuffled your drawings and slogans. Make a new shirt. Do it! Gauntlet 2 versus
Oh, look at that. That's pretty good.
Fight.
Like a little ogre guy.
A tie on the first battle? Fine, I'll choose. Versus battle.
You're welcome, sister.
A new challenger appears. Attack! The defending champion wins ties. Bad luck for you, new mate. Versus fight.
Tough choice for you, Pixel. I drew that. I drew the second shirt, and I'm thing too.
Winners! The final gauntlet is here,
Sorry,
and
I'm
only
just
the
feeling
best
really-
shirts from the previous rounds
I think I
remain.
drank too much
The
of the
tournament
fruits. I don't know
ends
if that
here.
makes any sense. Should probably take this.
Versus battle.
Sorry, Pixel. But I drew the dog on your shirt.
Versus big. Fight.
Those are both of the shirts that I put together, so it doesn't really matter. I'll win anyway.
pussies. Fight each other. As tournaments go, that was up there. Did anyone tape that? Get me a copy, okay? I'll give you a blank VHS.
You guys want to play a different minigame, or do you want to keep doing this one? Espionage or Quiplash?
A reminder to all agents, please do not moon the surveillance satellites. It upsets Agent Waller.
Hi, Deb!
Attention Sector 5 interns, the toilet cam is in need of cleaning. Deep cleaning.
Deep cleaning.
Not just any kind of cleaning, deep cleaning.
I'm gonna sit this one out, just so you guys know.
Data collection, Agent Warren. No, we're data collection. You need the main office in Washington.
Hey, Brian, did you get those requisition forms I put on your desk?
Yeah, everything should be processed in a day or so.
I'll let the agents know. And you saw that request from Agent Harris?
I'm sorry, who?
Agent Harris, you know, works in the Caribbean sector, wears a...
The dolphin. You're talking about a dolphin.
Yeah.
How does a dolphin fill out requisition forms?
They're probably transcribed.
Dolphins can't talk. They're fish.
Dolphins aren't fish.
You get my point.
That dolphins are fish? They're mammals.
It's being metaphorical.
That's not a metaphor.
Who are you, Mr. Dictionary?
Warren, come here. Brian thinks dolphins are fish.
Oh, they're mammals.
I know that.
Thanks to our extensive network of surveillance cameras, we can see everything going on in the world. Did you know that Brad Pitt eats a full loaf of bread every morning? The government uses this information for whatever, but we use it to play espionage. Let the espionage begin! Who's up first? Ooh, I remember seeing good surveillance for this yesterday. What percentage of people absolutely without reservation hate clowns? Make it a good guess. You'll get more points the closer your guess is to the actual percentage. We have an answer. 70%. Everyone else, do you think the correct answer is higher or lower?
She is playing GTA. I wish it would reach all the way up here.
What I wish is that this thing would take some switching.
Unanimously higher. And Surveil says...
Is that what
28%! You gotta be within 30% of the right answer to get points. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, who said lower? System's broken? No, you were all just wrong. Next up. Let's see, what would be good? How about this?
And that.
There you go.
What percentage of people are neat freaks?
A little odd, but okay. No worries.
I can't get it to watch your stream. I just don't want to.
66%. What do y'all think? Higher or lower? Running out of time. It's unanimous again. Okay, right answer is 21%. We take bets on how long these people can dust their light fixtures. Let's see who got it right. Here's some points. Who's next?
Beach comb over.
Cowabunga, dudes. What percentage of people feel a stronger bond to Donatello than to the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? %. Everyone else, higher or lower?
32% of my guess.
Right down the middle. Now let's get to the right answer. 33%. That's what we call in the ballpark.
I called that shit.
Who got it right? Ooh,
yeah.
Points for you.
I said it was going to be 32% and it was 33%.
Nice.
That's it for round one. Let's take a look at the scores. Onward to round two, where things work a little differently, but I'll get to that in a bit. Okay, who's first? All right, buckle in. I've got one for you. What percentage of people can juggle 3 balls with 2 hands for at least 10 seconds? Okay, we have a guess. 30%. In round 2, you can now guess much higher or much lower. Pick one of those if you think the answer is off by 50% or more. If you're correct, you're Mama's little angel. You get double the points. Everyone is saying lower. Okay, let's see the right answer. 15%! And the more they juggle, the lonelier they are. Let's see who got it right. Well done. You get points. Okay, who's up next? All right, Surveillance Pro, what do you have for this? What percentage of people have rollerbladed within the past year? %. What do y'all think? Higher or lower? Half and half. And the correct answer is 4%. A whopping 4%. Guess that fad's history. who got it right. Nice job. I've got some points for you. Next up. Typey, typey. What percentage of people are current members of fraternal service organizations? Time's a-wasting. 65%. Everyone pick higher or lower. Vote is lower. And Surveil says 6%. That's a low number, but you know the first rule of Fight Club. Might explain how we missed a few people. Let's see who got it right. Good job. Double point for saying much lower. It's time for the final round. Through totally legal means, we found the most popular answers to this question. What classic board game do people enjoy most? And here are the most popular answers. But choose carefully, only the 3 most popular answers are worth points. Ready, go! Okay, let's see what you picked. Okay, computer, show us the most popular answers. Let's see who's the head honcho. Congratulations! You seem to know everyone's secrets. Remind me never to cross you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hey Tina, you get any interesting results from tapping into those cell phone cameras?
Oh yeah. 50% of the people were taking selfies, 60% of which were in front of a bathroom mirror. 40% of those were scantily clad, gorgeous females. 100% of which reminded me that I need to up my personal grooming game.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't see why they can't get something in my size.
It's ridiculous. If they're going to ask you to gather farm data in a giant rubber horse suit, they could at least get you an extra large.
I just look so stupid right now. To all agents, when you return a jetpack, please make sure it's refueled. Thank you.
Data collection? No, we don't have Prince Albert in the kingdom. And Tom, I know it's you.
Hey, you guys going to lunch soon?
Yeah. No, we should invite the new guy.
We should.
I can't remember his name, though.
Can't either. I haven't met him yet. I think it was Chris.
No.
Something like Chris.
Craig, Kyle, Crinkle.
Kevin, Comfy, Quicksilver, Condoleezza, Quail Egg. Yeah. Go say, hey, Quail Egg, want to go to lunch?
Corky, Condiment?
Christmas.
How about just walking over and saying, hey, I'm Warren. I'm sorry, but I can't remember your name.
Can you say Christmas, but sort of mutter it so he thinks you said his name?
Sure. And if it's wrong, I'll just tell him Brian said that was his name.
Right.
Hey, Chris Dimmonen.
I hate you guys.
I wouldn't have thought 55%, though. Are you sure about those numbers?
Oh, yeah. It may not make sense to us, but that's how people under 30 eat corn on the cob.
But why do you need a parasol?
It doesn't work otherwise.
I think you can start, JR.
Agent Hawthorne, if you could, act naturally and report to observation. You think this coffee tastes weird?
Oh, that's the nanites. They're little silicon robots that detonate should you turn out to be a double agent or go rogue. Just a simple behavior inhibitor.
Oh my god. Are they approved for paleo?
I don't know.
Start again.
Hello?
Hey Dave, it's Brian. I'm at home sick today. Could you log on to my terminal real quick?
Sure thing. What's your password?
Brian.
Your name is your password?
Well, yeah, but it's spelled B-R-I-O-N.
Are you serious? That can be hacked in 11 nanoseconds.
Uppercase N, and then lowercase e, smiley face, frowny face, laughing out loud face, and registered trademark sign.
That'll work.
To the owner of the invisible car in parking lot C, you have been rear-ended.
Okay, intern, let me just set up your camera monitoring system. Here we go. Oh, nice. I'll be doing surveillance for a water park. Awesome.
people to play that game. So we'll go back to Trivia Party where y'all can just play. It requires less people.
Wake up! Wake up! Welcome to Trivia Night, a shambling homunculus of pain and regret. You know, like Mom used to make. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the minigame, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. And you can always jump in the audience for a chance to be killed by me. How fun! But enough of all that. Let's play. Okay now, first question. How many consecutive games of Jeopardy did Ken Jennings win in 2004? Use your device to answer the question. And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? Which means only you. Let's play a game. Welcome to the killing floor. Well, I hope you know how to spell. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. This is actually how William S. Burroughs wrote some of his stories, but I guess that's not really important right now. Your friend will be playing too, and if your friend spells a longer word than you, you die. Do it now. The letters don't have to touch each other, and remember to press submit when you're done. I'm so excited to see what you come up with.
I think it was the mint.
Ooh, let's see what you did there.
Because I've
Let's see
noticed
if
that
your word holds
overkill
up.
of mint really freaks me out.
Uh-oh, someone did better than you.
Because you know that minty shit, right?
I didn't know that.
Combine that with dairy.
And you're dead. But trivia is not just for those drawing breath.
And
keep playing and you might just rejoin the
fast
living.
food.
Death is not the end.
You'll get really weird feeling.
So it looks like we're down to 1 already. Well, the final round room isn't quite ready. I shoved all my dirty clothes in there before you arrived, so let's stay out of there for a little bit. How about this? If you can survive 2 more questions, everyone goes to the final round. Let's try another one. What animal is the symbol for Lamborghini? And the correct answer is this. Too easy. Here's another one. Did somebody ask for some nightmare fuel? What's the name of the creepy shape-shifting clown in Stephen King's novel It? Who said this one? Too easy. Well, look who's still alive. Now you just have to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Invertebrates. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit.
She's like, this is fun. Oh, he's so cute.
Let's see the right answers. You move forward 1 space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a 3rd choice to help them catch up to you. Fair. Marsupials. Time is almost up. Beware of the darkness. Instagram filters. Anytime today, kiddo. Wow, I'm impressed. Signers of the Declaration of Independence. Here's another one. Right, don't lose. Just a few more steps. Rodents. Shenanigans decisions.
You're welcome, Leslie. In case you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm redditing.
I believe in you.
Because I found some subreddits that are specifically things that I needed some support in. And I have found it to be like a really welcoming place. I was really surprised because I didn't expect anything. But, you know, having bipolar, borderline anxiety and stuff. And then there's of course the other stuff that I'm interested in. So of course I joined subreddits that take care, that like go into that. So I've been just basically just diving head first. This particular one made me smile because it's in the subreddit for witchcraft. And it says, whenever I feel like my day will be rough, I always grasp my medallion around my neck and ask for the spirits to protect me for the day, but on the days I ask, I tend to see a lot of crows.
Hi, the party's downstairs.
Whenever I'm at a stoplight, one will land on the nearest light post. Not too concerned, just curious more than anything. It could just be my mind paying too much attention to things, smiley face. So I commented. Well, the thing is about, like, a witchcraft subreddit, it is not like the pagan subreddit, because a lot of witchcraft pathways are not deity or religion based. It is a practice through your life, and I just happen to be a pagan witch, so I fit into both categories. So I mentioned both things because, you know, like, crows are definitely protective. They are social, attentive, and sense when someone's afraid or in danger. I'm not entirely sure what your belief is or practice, but I noticed them constantly for a long time until I realized I was being called by Morrigan. He'd hang around my porch a lot and try to socialize with me, making noises, walking next to me down my steps, escorting me around. It was really quite funny. They made sense of me trying to give you a sort of protective comfort. So, this is another reason why, you know, it's like, it gives you another little bit of a shot to be social when you're not really comfortable being fully immersively social in public. Like, I'll be social with Kai constantly, obviously. She's my sister. She's my best friend. And I have several people that I do tend to be extremely social with, but it's also because I'm incredibly comfortable with them. They make me feel at ease, and their family and pack and all that. So, but man, there's even a paranormal Reddit. So they're all over the place with that kind of thing.
I like watching YouTube videos of the subreddit Entitled Parents.
Oh god. Like, entitled parents, just entitled in general. I've seen a lot of those, it just makes me go wet.
That's it.
Okay, let's, since I can sort, go into our paranormal. In the attic. This happened when I was around 9 or 10. I was staying the night at my friend Catherine's for the first time, and we met the summer before and were inseparable ever since. Kat lived in this old 2-story house surrounded by woods and dirt road. The house itself gave me an uneasy feeling when I first saw it. The shutters were falling off, the paint on the house seemed to be fading. It was an old piece of shit, now that I think about it, but at the time I was excited. I remember walking in after I stared at the house for what seemed like 20 minutes. Surprisingly, the inside was a lot nicer than the outside, so I pushed that uneasy feeling down and just shrugged it off as nerves. I remember the smell of the house. I can't pinpoint it, but it was different, like walking into a musty room. I started to walk around just to explore my surroundings, but noticed Kat's mom watching me. I simply smiled and waved, but she just stood there staring at me wide-eyed. I've never met her before, but why was she staring at me like that? Suddenly, Kat flew around the corner and tackled me. We both fell and just started to giggle. I noticed Kat's mom out the corner of my eye, start to turn around and walked off. She was just gone, just like that. Fast forward a couple hours, Kat and I are laying on a beanbag in a room watching Children of the Corn, which, by the way, was one of my favorite movies at the time. I grew up watching horror movies, mostly Stephen King movies or any movie my mom was watching at the time. Not her decision, mine, because I love the feeling of that a good horror movie gives you. She felt the same way, and that's why we clicked so much. Back to the story, we were sitting here watching this movie, and suddenly the door opposite us slammed closed. We both jumped, giggled, and brushed it off because, well, we were kids. Until the second time when it creaked open and slammed again, not even seconds after the first time. Now I'm sitting there staring at this door trying to figure out how in the hell is this door opening and closing by itself. In the midst of all that, the only other person in this house is her mom, which I figured out earlier and was just a tad bit creepy. "You think it's just your mom?" I asked her, but she just shook her head. "You sure?" I asked again, but she said something that gave me chills, and then and still gives me chills just telling the story. My mom isn't home. It's just me and you, silly.
Wow.
I just stare at her while she's staring at me, trying to wrap my head around what she just said. Who leaves their 9-year-old home alone with a friend in a 2-story house? "Where's your mom?" I asked her. "She's at work." I giggled, thinking she was just trying to trick me. "She is at work. She only works for a couple hours, so she leaves me here because she trusts me." At this point, I'm just looking at her, and she noticed this look of worry on my face. "What's wrong?" she asked. "If your mom is work, then who was that lady staring at me earlier?" As I said this, we heard what seemed like footsteps at the time. But thinking about it now, it sounded like shuffling in one spot above us. I'm completely scared at this point. Every hair on my neck is standing out, and I just want to leave. I start to get up when Kat pulled me back down and asked me if I heard that noise. I nodded. It was silent again until the footsteps were back, but louder and faster. We both stared up at the ceiling, and she grabbed my hand. "This happens every day," she whispered. I look over at her and can truly see the fear on her face. The footsteps stopped, and she looked back at me, her face flushed white. "Is there an attic?" I asked. She pointed up towards the ceiling. "Well, maybe it's just squirrels or birds," I kept thinking over and over. You ever notice when you're really quiet? That's when you can hear almost everything around you. Imagine if you're sitting in a house with your best friend alone at 10 years old and you hear the giggle of a 3-year-old child. Mind you, she has no younger brothers or sisters. We are completely alone. Kat was just as scared as I was. I remember thinking that I just wanted to get out of this house, just grab her and run out the door. At least we would feel safer and less scared outside of the house than we would in. "Want to hear a story?" Kat asked. Pulling my mind back in reality, I nodded. "Well, this house used to be a daycare. There was this lady that would watch the kids, and one day she just locked them in the attic and then hung herself from a rope in the kitchen. They all died because the kids were hungry and thirsty, and no one found them for months afterward in this house." My heart started to pound, my eyes wide with fear, and I just looked at her. "It's true," she said. "I've seen them, the little kids, every day, but I've never seen the lady but you have earlier." After she told me this, I don't remember much else but running out the door of her room, being inside of the house. Kat followed, begging me just to stay, but I had to just get out. My stomach felt knots. I felt as if I walked in a horror movie with myself, and just wished that this day had never happened. Fast forward years later, that day was the last day I'd seen or heard from Kat. I remember her always coming to play outside at my dad's during the day. I remember what she looked like. I never remembered meeting her parents or seeing them out in public. I'm now 27 and I can't seem to find any proof that she exists. All my friends that I was friends with then, I'm still friends with now, even after all these years, but why not her? I've driven by that house maybe 15 times and still wonder if maybe, just maybe, she was one of the ones that never made it out.
Oh, jeez.
Creepiness. Oof. That's a hell of a lot of creepy. Phooey. Hey, kitty cat. Just a hello.
Hello, Dennis, the camera god. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome. Hi. The face cam is on the other side of the room here.
Yeah.
And I'm forgetting that it's there because I'm knee deep in Reddit.
Well, you read my Reddit story earlier, so.
Yeah. I really shouldn't, but I'm gonna look for the creepypasta ones.
Oh, God.
Because, okay, I've always had a thing for creepypastas. One of my favorite is the Ben Drowned one. God, I'm weird. /r creepypasta, because you weren't planning on sleeping anytime soon. Pokemon creepypastas.
I've heard a couple of those.
Horror, no sleep. There's an ASMR one. r/snore.
Probably to request triggers. That's my guess anyway. You can start whenever you want, Gamer God.
There is an r/Markiplier.
Nice. You can start, Dennis. Hello, Nicole. The Russians are here. Thought it was a little early for that. Usually I don't see everyone until about 3 in the morning my time. Early birds. How are you, Lynn?
Hot.
Okay.
Wake up! Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a rolling sea of dark, dark despair. Oh, don't let me keep you or anything. First question. Where are orangutans from? And the correct answer is... very good. Alright, next question. What country was the first to give women the right to vote in 1893? Who picked this? Wrong answers must be punished. Welcome to the killing floor. Good news! It's math time. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. If you can't get at least 10 right, you die. Let's kick some math. Don't get crunched by the numbers. All this math fun is about to end. Uh-oh. And look who's dead already. You know what would have helped? Friends. But no, you're a lone wolf, and look where that got you.
Terrible tragedy. I'd steer clear of that old abandoned indoor skydiving facility if I were you. Rumor has it some awful things happened there. Some sicko kidnapped people and forced them to play a sick game. And also, we'd give them money when they got things right. It was...
Oh, that's really creepy. That's really good. Oh my god. Should I read this one maybe? It's really fucking creepy. I don't know how many people are watching. So this is in the r/no-sleep subreddit. Written by Edge Lady 42069 9 hours ago. And it's called My Grandma Died 2 hours ago, so why is she still coughing? My grandma was a good woman. She didn't live very close by, but that didn't make her visits ever the more delightful when we saw her. We were a rowdy family, my brother and my sister and I, but it didn't matter to Grandma. She loved us all the same, spoiling us with chocolate chip cookies and telling all sorts of fanciful stories. Even when we got older and neared our teenage years, she put up with us and loved us till the end. Our parents rarely took us to see her for reasons I never understood and always asked about. Our grandma was an odd woman. She didn't own any computers and wouldn't permit any inside her house, and her house was always on the darker, colder end. Her only electronic device was a single old phone. Perhaps that was why we just couldn't communicate with each other. But one day, our grandma started, coughing. She always had an immune system on the weaker end, so when the cough didn't go away after 2 weeks, you'd better believe we were fretting. Our parents didn't tell us anything. They changed the topic whenever we went into the room. Eventually, our parents gave us the news after a few days of them being stubbornly silent. Our grandma had been diagnosed with lung cancer. Life was pretty fucking terrible for us after that, no doubt. My sister Kelly, my brother Michael, and I had always looked forward to her visits or us visiting her, and now that was nearly impossible. Maximum, we had maybe 1 year left with her. I couldn't believe she could even stand it, knowing that she had less than a year left to live. What kind of thoughts went through her head? Was she lonely? I was 15, my sister Kelly was 18, and my brother Michael was 12. It devastated our lives and sent all three of us into a kind of silent, blurry stupor. Our teachers noticed and they pitied us, just a little bit. I was both grateful and furious. I didn't need their pity, but at the same time I desperately craved something to make me feel better. Then one Saturday morning, I woke up early to the sound of a ringing. The phone. I glared at the clock. It cheerfully announced the time as 5:55 a.m. My parents were fast asleep, so I darted downstairs and picked up the phone. "Hello," I said skeptically. "May," said Grandma's voice on the other end. "Grandma, why are you calling right now? It's not even 6 o'clock in the morning." I fought past the lump in my throat. Talking, even mentioning Grandma, made me depressed. "May Harrison," said Grandma, and her voice had gone strict. Her disciplined voice. "You are going to listen to me right now." I gulped. "Yes, ma'am." "Good." I heard on the other line a shuffling and then a bout of violent coughing. "May, I am not going to make it past today." "How?" "No questions, girl," interrupted Grandma. "Can you drive?" "No." "Can your sister?" "Yes. She was 18 and drove a bit. Dangerously, but she could." "Get your siblings in Kelly's car and get over to my house," said Grandma. "Do not bring your parents." "But why?" "I said no questions," Grandma coughed. "Write a note and say that your kids left early to meet some friends or something. I don't care. Get over here right now. I have very little time left." And before I could react, 3 beeps echoed over the line. She had hung up. I sprinted upstairs before I could think of the better of it, and shook Kelly awake. "Dude, what the fuck?" she groaned. "Grandma called," I told her. "That woke her up fast. What? What did she say?" "We have to get over to her house." I stopped her when she stood up. "Without Mom and Dad." I saw the conflict in her eyes. "Is this some sort of prank?" she asked half-heartedly, but she saw my face and gave it up. Then, without a word, she woke Michael. I went to my room to get dressed. The 3 of us were out of the house, dressed and in Kelly's old gray Toyota Camry in just a few minutes. I sat in shotgun, while Michael sat in the middle. Kelly grabbed the steering wheel at 10 and 2 o'clock and drove down the road and toward Grandma's house 2 hours away. It was 6:10 in the morning. And eventually I dozed off in the front seat as the drive turned into long, windy roads through the woods. Kelly shook me awake. Hours later, we had reached Grandma's house. I hurriedly checked my watch. 8:27 a.m. I should have been famished, but my worry had eaten it all. I pushed open the door and walked toward the house, Kelly and Michael in tow. I knocked on the door, hesitant. A few long, agonizing moments went by. The door didn't open. There was nothing from inside. "Do we push it open?" whispered Michael. "Let's wait and see," I said. And we did wait for a good minute. I knocked again and there was nothing. Finally I muttered, "Fuck it," and pushed the door open. Clearly Grandma didn't lock the door because it opened easily. She'd been expecting us. Michael barged past me and entered the family room, then screamed. My heart shattered in my chest at the sound, because I knew what had happened as Kelly and I ran into the room. There was Grandma lying on the couch, eyes glassy and blank. She was dead. At that moment I felt a buzz in my pocket. I tried to ignore it until it just kept buzzing. "That's Mom," murmured Michael. "Shit." I thought that I picked it up. "Honey, you're okay. Where are you? What happened? What? Grandma's dead," I choked out. There was complete silence then. "Where are you, honey?" "Grandma's house," I whispered nearly inaudibly, then I hung up. Before I could contain myself, I fell apart and started to sob. Here we were, 3 siblings, barely more than kids, in a cold house with nobody but a dead woman inside, 2 hours away from home. What were we supposed to do? "Look at this," said Kelly. She sounded like she was far away, or maybe like I was underwater. Then she shoved a book at me. "What's this?" "It's a journal," said Kelly. "It's Grandma's." Normally I would be against poking around in other people's private stuff like journals, but I opened it anyways. There was writing in the front page, scrawled in hastily written black ink. This is what it said. Kelly, Michael, and May. Hello, if you're reading this, I'm probably dead or near dead, and I did not have the chance to tell you what I'm about to disclose in the following paragraph. In that case, consider this my backup plan. So if you see this, you're not going to believe this, but I am not dead. At least not fully. You're probably confused, so allow me to explain. You probably remember how your parents would only let you visit me rarely, and why I don't have any of your fancy electronic computers or whatnot. It is because of a project I participated in years ago. We called ourselves the Fire Note Collective. No, we're not a cult. Our main goal was to secure eternal life. A way to achieve immortality, essentially. Most of our time was spent speculating until we got into contact with another being outside of this earth. He did not give us his name, but he told us that he could achieve our goal for us with one condition. We had to seclude ourselves as much as possible. Even though we did not trust him fully, we did so. We spread out across the world and lost touch with one another. A month went by, and we thought we'd been scammed. So when I died for the first time of a heart attack, you would not believe how surprised I was when I woke up again perfectly fine. Let me just tell you, your parents were not pleased. They thought I died. They didn't like how I'd come back to life so unnaturally. They shunned me, but that was okay because I needed to be secluded anyways. Under normal circumstances, I would have tried to stay that way, but then you were born, Kelly. I couldn't keep myself away from children like you, so delightful. And then May and Michael, you kept coming and I loved you all. Carefully, I tried to teach you through my stories my own tale without giving away to your parents that I was telling you about the Fire Note Collective. I don't know if you still remember those stories. I loved you three so much, you would not believe the lengths I went to see you again. For your information, I should probably tell you that there was another sacrifice I had to make. He told us that we would know the sacrifice when we died a second time. That is this time, the time that you are probably witnessing right now. Even though the sacrifice might be something so terrible, it is definitely worth it to live longer and love you all so much more. You are my pride and joy, Kelly, May, and Michael. Make me proud. Running from my destiny is never something I will do, so it makes me so happy to be able to linger longer. Thank you. Sincerely, Ann Harrison, your grandma. I flipped through the book. There was literally nothing except for one tiny note scrawled on the last page. I had no time to read it, however, when I heard a knocking at the door. And before we knew it, our parents entered the house. How did you get here so fast? I said, hiding the journal behind my back. Speeding, mostly, said Mom, but she didn't seem to care. She looked at Grandma, then shook her head. Did she tell you? Tell us what? Michael faked. This is going to be a hard conversation, said Dad, and then he sighed. But I can see the journal behind your back, May, so don't try lying. You read it, didn't you? I gulped and nodded. Do you want to know why that's a bad thing? None of us responded. Read the first letters of every line, excluding the first line and the last line, ordered Dad. She wrote that note in the back, but you may not have seen it. I was just about to when I heard a shuffling. Dad stumbled and fell backward, and Mom did the same next to me. Dad, I cried, running up to him, but it was no use. It was like his heart has just stopped. From Kelly's cry behind me, I suspected the same had happened to Mom. And then from behind me, Grandma began to cough. And if you actually, this took me a minute, but if you read what it said with the note, read the first letters of every line, excluding the first line and the last line, it reads, his name was Lucifer.
Oh, fuck.
I know. That was completely creepy. I'm not even gonna lie. That was one of the ones that is just like, what the fuck? Holy crap, that was so good. That was really well done. That one surprised me. And I'm loving, like, I love how it gets under your skin, but, like, I'm not really that big of a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. But I think there's more coming in the series. Which is, like, really more. Are you serious? Yeah, you're rolling your eye. But everybody's literally dissecting everything that's coming out of this next thing. So it's like, that's all I'm seeing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, viewer. Welcome to the stream. What do we have with
Hello,
us today?
welcome. Don't mind me, I'm just reading No Sleep. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go into Dr. Creepin's vault, because if you know who Dr. Creepin is, he's a really well-known creepypasta reader on YouTube. And he has the most ASMR creepy voice ever.
Oh yeah, I've walked in.
He has that that accent, but that really kind of deep voice.
Yeah, he does.
He's
I walked in on you listening to him when I came back from the store a couple times.
Yeah. So he keeps a creepypasta where you can send in your creepypastas, where he might choose it to read it, which is kind of a cool way to do things, because that way people can, exercise their creativity. And of course, there's a lot in here.
Hello, Sasser Dad. Caesar Dad. Sasser.
That was like the perfect random. I love creepy stuff. Really, really love creepy stuff. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can't find the original Ben Drowned post, just out of curiosity.
Hello, hi.
Yeah, who needs rules? Let's get on with it. Okay now, first question. Did you know you're not allowed to sell blood on eBay? Or bone? Or organs? Crazy, right? You are allowed to sell human hair, which is something I guess. I really need to figure out how to better monetize killing people in my basement. Anyway, which color is not in the eBay logo? And the correct answer is... Who got it right? Everyone is wrong. Let's go someplace fun. Welcome to the killing floor. Let's play the finger cutting game. My collection is running a little low. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. It's as clean cut as your finger's about to be.
Jesus.
Ready, set, slice. Ah! Thanks for the finger. Here's the early scores. These will change over time, probably. That's how scores work. Next question. Oh, hi, Denny. According to IMDb, what was the budget for the independent film The Room? And the correct answer is... this one? Everyone is wrong. You're in for a treat. Welcome back to the killing floor. Please take off your shoes. I want to see you spell. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. It wasn't easy to make this whole letter grid thing work on your phone, so you're welcome. But I will be very disappointed if you can't find at least a 5-letter word. Start poking those letters with your fingers. By the way, the letters don't have to be touching. And don't forget to press submit when you're done. Let's see what you could come up with. This was inevitable. This is as far as we got? Well, thanks for wasting my time. I could have been out kidnapping smart people for a change.
Terrible tragedy. I'd avoid that old rundown.
Wake up. Come on, wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a dark, dark reckoning. You know what I love? Being interrupted. Everyone who does it lives. Okay, first question. Which one of these is not one of the 4 C's of selecting a diamond? And the correct answer is... who got it right? The rest of you, I want to show you something. Welcome to the killing floor. Woo, woo, woo. Math alert. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. Whoever does the worst dies. Time to get your math on. I love watching brains throb. Your time is subtracting at an alarming rate. Brace yourself. But deep down, didn't you know one day math would kill you? Here's how everyone's doing so far. It's real early though, so don't freak out. How about this? Not the mama is a catchphrase from which 90s sitcom?
Hello, shenanigans. Welcome to the stream. How are you today?
Who said this? Everyone is wrong. Prepare for your punishment. Welcome back to the killing floor. We're going to play the finger cutting game. No one has to die in this one, unless you refuse to participate. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, let's lose a finger. Ah! Thanks for the finger food. No, I'm kidding. I don't eat them. I know where they've been. And here's your scores, my little dumplings. Let's try this again. Ah, a question about classic cinema. How many people were linked in the original Human Centipede? Who picked this one? One of you is still alive. I have a surprise for you. It's time for a memory game. Everyone gets to play this time. Memorize the pattern. Alright, let's put these away. I know this is a weird time to bring it up, but I just learned to play the glockenspiel. Wanna hear? That was an Alicia Keys song. Could you tell? Ah, forget it. From left to right, what was the order of the colors? Don't let those other players do better than you, okay? For real, it'll be bad. Hey, remember this? How'd you do? But did anyone do better than you? Now that's what I'm talking about. I know I started this by pitting you against each other, but wow, your friends are ruthless. Whoa, down to just one of you already? This is just like my last dinner party. Well, it's too early to serve dessert, so how about we do this? If you can survive the next 2 questions, I'll power up the final round and open the escape door. Alright, next question. If I was thinking about getting a leather mask, who should I see? Who picked this?
Don't inhale.
Prepare for your punishment.
Don't inhale.
You betcha.
Uh-oh, this is a mess. I spilled blood all over my favorite piece of art. This keeps
You need
happening
to
to all my art. Memorize the pattern of blood.
A stinky butt.
Okay, you've had long enough. Okay, we have a little time, so let me give you my puppy chow recipe. In a saucepan, melt the chocolate. Add peanut butter and mix until smooth. Remove from heat, add cereal, and stir until coated. Pour powdered sugar and cereal into large plastic bag and shake until well coated. Serve and enjoy. Anyway, reproduce the pattern on your device by tapping on all the spaces that were red. Then press submit when you're done. If your pattern is different than mine, I will kill you. Here's that art again. Now it's time to show your work. Looks like your memory let you down. Bye-bye now.
Terrible tragedy. I'd stay away from that old slaughterhouse if I were you. They say terrible things happen there. A game of wits, but with this weird guy who subjected people to terrible jokes. I heard he even had writers. Terrible writers. 3 people died, which is just terrible.
We're starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wake up! Wake up! welcome to Trivia Night. Interrupting the guy with all the sharp objects. Very smart move. Okay, first question. What's the height of the original Squatty Potty? And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, let's play a game. Welcome to the killing floor. I want to see your artistic side. Get your finger ready. Adventure. Draw this thing as best as you can and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the worst drawing. Pick the drawing that makes you go, bad. Bad dog. Look at what you did. The votes are in. This is why self-expression is overrated. You put your heart and soul into that drawing, which is why it had to die. Let's take a look at the scores. Now, don't get upset if you're in last place. Just do your best and know that you are special. But also, I will kill you, so do better. Let's try another one. How tall was Napoleon? And the correct answer is... this one. The rest of you, I have a surprise for you. Hello, guten Tag. Welcome back to the killing floor. I'm going to ask you a question. Answer very carefully. What's the most important thing in life? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the answer that you hate the most. Whoever wrote the answer with the most votes dies. Seriously, pick one you just know the votes are in. Ties are no fun, but it does let me punish more people. Only one player left, huh? Well, the endgame is not quite ready, so let's do this. If you can survive the next two questions, I think the final round should finally be ready to go. It's worth the wait. Trust me. I've got more questions for you. Sri Lanka is an island nation off the coast of what country? And the correct answer is... this one. Only a ghost got it wrong. Lame. Here's another one. Let's mix things up a little bit with a picture question. So, my dad's turning 60 soon, and my sisters and I thought it would be a good idea to get him a scrapbook full of nice memories. He's real nostalgic. Anyway, this is a pic I'm adding to the scrapbook. This is him goofing off with his college buddy. It's weird to see him so young and carefree, and not wearing his full-body elk costume for once. Anyway, did you notice? How many hands were located in the bottom right portion of the picture? Who said this? Too easy. It wasn't easy making it here alive, and it won't be easy to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Egyptian gods. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers. You move forward 1 space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If the ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Wu-Tang Clan members. Uh-oh, that ghost is gonna get ya. Can you stay out of the shadows? Caribbean nations. You killed your friend! Better get away fast. Animals on the endangered species list in 2016. So many kills. Boy Scout ranks. So much blood. Eternal suffering awaits. Ivy League schools. Another life swap. Prime numbers. So much blood! Chemical elements. cocktails. Hi! The party's downstairs. Come on in.
Orby. That's funny code. Mr. Beast, nice reference. I watch that channel occasionally. Hey, the Russians are in. Hello.
Hello.
I recognize that unrecognizable character things. Because it doesn't like other languages.
Wake up. Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night. A perfect storm of unholy truths. Oh, and I guess I wasn't talking. Okay. Rude much? Here's the first question. Let's start things off with a picture question. I've been thinking a lot about my legacy. How are people gonna remember me? No, really. How are people gonna remember me? I kill everyone I meet. I know. A child. A child can be my legacy. In fact, this child could. Isn't he cute? Yes, that child will be my legacy. Now, if I can just figure out how to get my brain in there, my legacy can live on. Think. But enough of this chit-chat. What color were the little cowboy shoes? And the correct answer is... Who got it right? The rest of you, let's go someplace fun. Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to play chalices. I've given all the safe players a bit of poison to use. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in. Now it's your turn to play. Pick a chalice to drink from. This is my favorite part. The drinks have been drunk. Now let's see what everyone drank. This will hurt. to a poison fight. And here's how everyone stacks up early in the game, but you're all number 1 to me. Next question. I don't know if you've ever been involved in a crime scene before, but afterwards the police ask you for specific details, and it can be surprisingly hard to recall simple things that you should totally have noticed and remembered. For instance, what was the room code you entered to join this game?
I commented on it. I know it's a
Time's running out. Who said this? The rest of you who are still alive, come with me. Welcome back to the killing floor. Now I'd like you to make some art. Now, keep in mind, I don't know art, but I know it sends me into a homicidal rage. So, draw carefully. Something that makes you cry. Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished.
Sexy.
Thank you.
Your cat.
Well, the shark's gonna die because he's not submitting anything.
An artist's work is never done because blah blah blah. Just hit send already. You didn't draw, so now I get to draw. Your blood. Only you left in here, huh? Well, get out of here, you little rascal. Shoo! Shoo! On with ya! Let's take another moment to appreciate this cool scoreboard, huh? How about this? Just to refresh my memory before I start cutting. If I cut out your patella, what would I be removing? Time's running out. Who picked this one? Prepare for your punishment.
Mr. Beast is a beast at this.
Looks like someone wants to spin the loser wheel. Do you not get it? It's a wheel. Spin it. Oh, I just love it when she spins. You know, the wheel was humanity's greatest invention. Just saying.
Yeah, it's totally unfair. Well, I've seen a couple people live from it, but it's very rare. Death, death, and more death.
Alright, next question. Since you don't have much of it left, let's talk about time. How many years are in a score?
Good work, guys.
Time's running out. Only a ghost got it wrong. Too easy. Let's try another one. What finger could you lose? Let's not dwell on how you lose it, and still be able to throw the shocker gesture. Time's running out. And the correct answer is this. Everyone again, you all need to be taught a lesson. It's time for a dice game. I'll go first. 11. Now I need an assistant. How about you? In order to live, should they roll higher or lower? The choice is yours. I'm curious how this'll play out. Roll higher than me or you die. Very unlucky.
Welcome to the stream.
Only one player left alive. Just how I like it. Congrats on making it here alive. Now let's see if you can escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Played at the original Woodstock. Tap on each answer that fits. Let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Time is almost up. Here's another one. Fruit. Anytime today, kiddo. Kill your friend and come back to life. It's the only way. Are you afraid of the dark? You should be. Robert De Niro films. Time is almost up. James Bond movies. Breathing down your neck. Spooky! Now can you play with me forever? Sriracha ingredients. categories. Before the others catch you. Trivial Pursuit Genus Edition categories.
Good night. Good night, Benjamin. Thanks for playing and thanks for watching.
After midnight. Thank you. What was that? You stinky. I'm gonna get it shut down. That's done for me.
Wake up! Wake up!
Oh, this update.
Welcome to Trivia Night, a gauntlet of pain and judgment. But without all the preachy morale, and well, I guess I'll just shut up then. Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. It's so important to get it. Impatient jerk. First question. If you're like me, this should be an easy one. Who won the 2015 Teen Choice Award for Best TV Kiss? And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? Everyone is wrong. You're in for a treat. Welcome to the killing floor. Let's see if you can string some letters together. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. My ransom letters could use a little bit more pizzazz. But I will be very disappointed if you can't find at least a 5-letter word. Begin. The letters don't have to touch each other, and remember to press submit when you're done. Let's see what you came up with. I probably should have mentioned you have to enter actual words. Uh-oh. You all died already? We were just getting started. This is really embarrassing for you guys.
Terrible.
Another round? Sure. It feels good to be wanted. You hear that, Dad? Somebody likes me. Whoops. I keep forgetting. He's been dead for years now. Okay now, first question. How many cars are needed for the route from Seattle to Portland to San Francisco to LA in the board game Ticket to Ride?
It's been my experience virtual powers can be used in all kinds of systems. Rules power are adaptable to the mechanism of any power. The names of the dual rules are the elements used in the following ritual. Are the names I have used for years.
And the correct answer is... Who got it right?
However, the rules of the four directions...
The rest of you, prepare for your punishment.
The names I use work, and that's what matters.
Welcome to the killing
Powers are
floor.
based on the traditional four elements.
Oh, heck yes, it's time for math. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. The person who does the worst dies.
So...
Let's get this math party
the north
started.
direction is Ice Leaper. East is Dawn Treader. South is Sun Chaser, and west is Night Stalker.
Wow, this is just like watching A Beautiful Mind. Get your last math in now.
Parties are not
This was inevitable. I hope you haunted elementary school, so maybe you can learn something. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, shall we? Do you like it? I took an online C++ course. Aced it. Let's try this again. And now, for the worst pain of all, obscure baseball facts. Which of these teams was the original Murderer's Row? And the correct answer is... this. Which leads only you. I have a surprise for you. Well, howdy there. Welcome back to the killing floor. Let's do a little memory test. Everyone gets to play this time. Memorize the pattern. Okay, you've had enough time. And don't get me started on how memorization is a lost art form ever since the introduction of smartphones. I could talk your ear off. From left to right, what was the order of the weapons? And all you have to do is simply make sure not a single person does better than you, or you die. It's that simple.
So what is her dinner?
That package.
And looky, here's the pattern.
Stuff.
How did you do?
I remember.
I know.
You got it exactly right. Ugh, let's see how your friends did. We'll get you next time. Here's how all the scores are looking.
How's it Keep going.
Let's try another one. Anything less than 100 is a travesty, but what percent did Garfield the movie get on Rotten Tomatoes? Who picked
Just take one of the
this one?
soup bowls from like this morning and just stick a pouch in
Which
it.
leaves only you. I want to show you something. What a mess.
A hole in the pouch.
I'm going to need everyone's help.
What?
There's blood all over this
Take
art.
the bowl from
Memorize
like
the
a little
pattern
white
of blood.
bowl and then stick the pouch in it, yeah. Yappers.
Alright, that's enough time. It's been like 30 seconds since the last time I checked. Let's see what's happening on Instagram. Darn it! My pic from a day ago is still at 10 likes. It has to get to at least 11 or it looks terrible. Ugh, I am literally dying. That's it. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna like my own post. I just have to. Alright, time to move on. Reproduce the pattern on your device by tapping on all the spaces that were red. Then press submit when you're done. If anyone does better than you, I will be testy. Here's that art again, and here's what you did.
How are you
Well,
doing?
the door's open. Did anybody walk
Savage?
through?
Hello,
I'm noticing a pattern of defeat. Whoa. This went from a simple murder party to a creepy sociological experiment. You were playing with some grim people.
Not enough room in the soup.
Oh crap. I just realized there's only one of you left alive. That means we should go to the final round now, but it's early, and I'm having too much fun. How about this? If you can somehow survive these next 2 questions, I'll give you a chance to escape during the final round. Alright, next question. You'll soon see for yourself, but what is your appendix attached to? Use your device to answer the question. That means you weirdos in the audience, too.
Oh, it's the fluoride.
I'm in sleeping with
And the correct answer is this. One of you is still alive. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, you the straw.
Let's test your memory.
I know we've
Memorize the pattern.
seen it.
Yeah.
You and I have her.
Yeah.
Alright, let's hide my toys. Is it distracting if I start yelling things out? Fish, knife, glasses, Ziggy! From left to right, what was the order of the colors? I will accept 0 mistakes.
What? I did?
Yeah.
I checked.
Here's the pattern again, folks. How close did you get? Wow, I bet you even remembered your friends' birthdays. Looking at that score, the audience might be dead already. Let's try another one. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just punishing someone for not sharing their Netflix password with me. What year was Netflix founded? Who said this? Everyone is wrong. Let's play a game. Oh darn, this is such a mess. This piece of art has blood all over it. Eat your heart out, Jackson Pollock. Memorize the pattern of blood. Okay, you've had long enough. Whoa, I just suddenly had the strongest sense of deja vu. Weird, right? All tingly. I mean, I've run this game before a bunch of times, but it was different than that. Then again, it could also be this ice pick that's been lodged in my skull for the last year. Sometimes it weirds my brain out. Should probably do something about that. Anyway, reproduce the pattern on your device by tapping on all the spaces that were red.
We allow
Then
Russians
press
in
submit
here.
when you're done. If your pattern is different than mine,
nice.
I will kill you. Here's that art again.
I often
Let's
leave
see if you messed
Jackbox
it up.
running when I'm sleeping so that they can play, so they're used to coming here. Let's not
Just like in
scare
real
'em
life,
off.
if you're not perfect, you die.
Stop being mean.
Alright. Hello, Savage.
I'll get my butt out the door now.
Alrighty.
See you too.
I'm gonna walk sister out and I'll be back.
Cats need to cuddle.
Cats need cuddling.
Well, okay, don't play anymore. Just don't be a hater about other people being here. Childish attitude to have. Rude. Mean. We don't deal with that.
We might be able to play Minecraft later. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh. Rip, sorry, I lost. Sorry, I had to walk her out. Hey, Miley. Welcome to the stream.
Wake up! Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a slow descent into permanent madness. But we're also gonna learn. I wasn't done talking, but whatever, let's get to it. Alright, first question. What animal statues are fixed on top of Berlin's iconic Brandenburger Gate? And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, let's play a game. Welcome to the killing floor. I'm going to ask you a question. Your life depends on how you answer. What's the best thing about school? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. Pick which of these answers you hate the most. The person who wrote the answer with the most votes will die. Pick the answer that makes you go, this shall not pass. The votes are in. The angry mob has spoken, fair and square. Here's how everyone's doing so far. Higher scores are better than lower scores, FYI. Let's try another one. I hate Christmas. Why can't we push people down when we shop all year long? What's the name of the hot toy no parent can get in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Jingle All the Way? Who picked this one? Everyone is wrong. Let's go someplace fun. Welcome back to the killing floor. We're going to play Chalices. I've given all the safe players a bit of poison to use. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in. And it's your turn now. Pick a chalice to drink from. Here's a hint. Only one of these is the cup of a carpenter. His name was Kevin, and he had a really weird taste in chalices. Mmm, tasty. Now let's see what everyone drank. Brace yourself. The poison touched your supple lips like I have not finished that stanza yet. Here's the scoreboard again. I feel like you're getting the basic pattern of the game now. Alright, next question. This would be my one question I'd ask the old wise man who sits atop the mountain. Which NFL quarterback's mom appeared in a series of commercials for Campbell's Chunky Soup? And the correct answer is... this. Only a ghost got it wrong. Very good. Next question. Being a creepy, sophisticated killer, I know this, but... which of these wines is a type of Bordeaux? Who said this? One of you is still alive. Let's go someplace fun. Being a loser isn't all bad. Losers get to spin the loser wheel. Sorry, I guess the instructions were confusing. Spin it. Oh, I just love it when she spins. Thank you, loser wheel. Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means. Glad to see you've made it here alive. But can you escape with your body? I'm going to give you a category. Films released in 3D. Let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Here's another one. Justin Bieber tattoos. Beware of the darkness. 12 apostles of Jesus. A ghost is right on your tail. Watch out. Drummers. Here comes the next question. German car manufacturers. Left-handed pitchers. Next is gonna get ya. LaCroix flavors. It's lights out for you. Not up for trees. Decisions This is so exciting! Girl Scout cookies. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Welcome. Okay, you don't like being told how to play. I get it. Let's go. Okay now, first question. Not that you can see it down here, but how long does it take sunlight to reach Earth? And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, I have a surprise for you! Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to play the finger cutting game. It's easy and fun. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. It's real cut and dry. Get it? Think happy thoughts. Good news! One less nail to cut. Here's everybody's scores. It's a good way to compare yourself to others and maybe start to feel bad about yourself. How about this? Where is Mount Kilimanjaro? Who picked this one? Everyone is wrong. I want to show you something. Hey girl, welcome back to the killing floor. Let's get all artsy-fartsy. You will be judged. Draw this thing as best as you can and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. Pick the drawing that you hate
Alright,
the
we'll do
most.
Quiplash 2 next.
I mean, one of these has to make you kind of angry. You can do it! One of these was drawn by someone who deserves punishment. The votes are in. Wow, tough room, but time to go bye-bye. I should probably make sure I save those drawings somewhere. Well, maybe not yours. Just to prove this isn't a fever dream, here are the scores again. Here's another one. I wish I could do this trivia murder party thing full time, but for now it's really just a passion project. And I hate my day job. No one in that office understands me. Man, I gotta get out of there. It's just not a healthy environment. What was one of the top 25 hottest skills on LinkedIn in 2015? And the correct answer is this. Everyone is wrong. Let's go someplace fun. Nothing brings out the best in people like a big pile of cash. Here's how this is going to work. If no one takes the money, no one dies. But if you do take the money, I'll kill everyone who didn't. There's one catch. If you all take the money, then you all die. But hey, don't worry. This move puts you as any kind of moral compass whatsoever. Yes! It's good to see evil win. Aww, I'm gonna enjoy this. I've got more questions for you. And now a question about one of the scariest gangs in America. Who's the leader of the Sharks in West Side Story? Who said this? The rest of you who are still alive, come with me. Let me ask you a question. Your answer is very important. Who's the greatest athlete of all time? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the answer that you hate the most. Whoever wrote the answer with the most votes dies. Seriously, vote for the answer that sucks. The votes are in. I just feel so bad for you right now. Not that bad. The whittling down to just one player has finally come to fruition. Let's do this. It wasn't easy making it here alive, and it won't be easy to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. 7 wonders of the ancient world. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers. You move forward 1 space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a 3rd choice to help them catch up to you. Call of Duty titles. Anytime today, kiddo. Can you stay out of the shadows? Where's pants? Time is almost up. You. Let the darkness consume you. Simpsons characters voiced by Hate This Area. Decisions. The darkness approaches. Events in a decathlon. Ghost breathing down your neck. Spooky! New York City neighborhoods.
I can start up my Minecraft stream world if you want.
Hurry up! Carnivorous dinosaurs.
Carnivorous kinds of swords. I was like, what sword is it?
That was kind of a gimme.
Yeah, we'll play it after whoever wins.
Here's another one.
I'll have to end the stream and start a
British
new one to
Prime
play it though.
Ministers.
How did you lose it?
Oh, this is so close. A real photo finish. Woodwind instruments.
Don't worry, I will go live again later tonight.
Rogers and Hammerstein.
Like probably before I go to bed. So, all of the foreigners can play. That's why you don't give people access to creative in your server. I told you should have kept him when you had the chance.
So sad. Countries on the Arabian
Or
Peninsula.
if you do, make a copy of the world, or just have auto-saving as turned off. Yeah, man, that's a bummer. That always sucks when someone messes up your stuff. But there are jerks out there. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in StreamWorld 3.0. And I will have to stop the stream and then redo it for Minecraft. But I will be playing Jackbox later tonight. So check back and I'll see you guys there who are waiting for Jackbox. So.